Bargeron, and really glad to have you here today. Have you had one of these treatments before? Okay, well, I'm just going to give you a quick description of how it works. Are you familiar with the pore strips that used to be real popular a while back? I think they're still sold, but basically the idea was that you put this kind of plaster-like strip onto your face and you let it dry and then you yank it off, and when you're done, what it's done is it's kind of lifted a lot of the dirt and blockages from your pores out, and you can see it on the strip afterwards. Have you used those? Well, they're really satisfying. This is a similar concept, but it's for your energy field, okay? So what we have is these special organic, sustainably farmed cotton strips, and we soak them in a special proprietary blend of herbs and oils that's mixed together to make almost a paste-like formula. Don't worry, it's not going to irritate your skin. It's perfectly suitable for all skin types, including sensitive and those who have skin allergies. We're very careful about that. We place them onto your back. This is just a plain cotton strip. This one hasn't been soaked in the solution yet. But we place it onto your body, on your back, all the way down your spine, lining up with where your chakras are, okay? We kind of massage them on a little bit. They stick on there. We give them a little while to dry. And then once we're done, we very gently pull them off. And the blend that we use along with this special cotton that we get farmed just for us, it draws the negative energy, the stuck energy, any clogged energy that might be slowing you down. It draws it right out of your auric energy field into the cotton strip, and it's pulled away. Yeah, it's really wonderful. Feels great. You're going to leave here feeling fresh and new. Okay? Yeah. So to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little feel for your energy field. Then I'll go ahead, I'll move around back. I'll go ahead and apply a series of these strips to the back of your head, the back of your neck, going down your back. We'll wait a few moments for those to dry. What I usually like to do during that time is do a little guided relaxation, and then I will gently pull each of the strips off, taking any stuck energy along with it, okay? Yeah, so I don't know how you've been feeling lately. Things have been a little wild out there for a while now, I know, but we're noticing that a lot more people have stuck energy than usual. And just to be clear, this isn't anything you need to be alarmed about. Pretty much everyone gets it. It's not a scary or really bad thing. It's not going to make you sick or anything like that. It just kind of is extra energy that's slowing you down, maybe preventing you from functioning as well as you could. I kind of like to compare it to how some people will carry around a purse or a bag, and over time they collect more and more stuff in there, so it gets heavier and heavier. And a lot of that stuff they don't even need on a daily basis, so it's nice to do a nice clean out once in a while. So that's all we're doing. We're doing a little clean out, getting out some of the extra stuff you don't need anymore, and you're going to leave here feeling fresh and light and just fabulous, okay? All right, so I'm going to put this down, and how are you feeling today? All right, and have you been experiencing any symptoms of illness or anything like that recently that I should be aware of? Okay. Do you have any particular areas of concern? Even though we're just placing the strips along your chakra lines here, it is effective for whole body treatment, both physically as well as mentally and emotionally. So if you have any specific physical concerns, anything mentally or emotionally going on, even if it's just feeling a little bit blah, no problem is too big or too small for us to at least help a little bit with this treatment, okay? All right, so with that in mind, is there anything in particular that you'd like me to focus on treating or relieving today? Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I have the perfect approach for you in mind. I think I'm going to do this sort of little crisscross pattern that I do sometimes that I think would be really effective in your case. To begin with, is it okay if I get a little feeling for your energy field? I won't be actually touching your body at this point, but once I get around to the back, I'm going to have to just to touch those points in the back as I apply the strips, okay? Alright, so it's okay for me to check? Alright, so let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm already getting a sense. Let me just pull a little bit out and right now I'm just kind of checking the resiliency of your energy field. I like to pull a little bit out and then let it go. See how fast it kind of snaps back or returns. Have you been getting enough sleep lately? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. And here we go. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the perfect treatment for you. I think this is perfectly suited to, here we go, to treat all the stuff you're concerned about. And maybe even some stuff you didn't notice. Sometimes we have stuff that's been bothering us for so long that we forget it's even bothering us because we forget how it feels to feel normal or just feel good. A lot of people leave here saying, wow, I didn't even realize that this thing or that thing was bothering me until it stopped. Okay, and we do find that this is a treatment that's more effective the more times you have it done, but we do usually see the biggest benefit, the biggest difference after the first treatment. However, if we do this first treatment and you feel like you want to come back in for more, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Alright. So, you can go ahead and just sit right there, get as comfortable as you can. Is the robe that you're wearing comfortable? Okay, yep, so I'm going to go ahead and untie it in the back, and everything is all set up over there. Just a couple things I like to mix together right before we start. Is the room temperature okay for you? If you'd like, I can make it a little cooler or a little bit warmer. The strips themselves are going to have a nice, very lightly warming effect on your skin. Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and move around back and get started. Okay. All right, so I would like to go ahead and open up your gown here in the back. Is it okay if I do that? All right, thank you. So I'm going to undo the top tie right here. And the bottom one. All right. So what I would like to do to start is I'd like to just gently touch each of the points on your back where I'm going to be placing the energy strips just to prepare you for where they're going to be going. You have 7 main chakras. Everyone does. The top one is way up here at the top of your head, and the bottom one is down more towards the bottom of your spine. And don't worry, I don't think my hands are going to feel cold on your back. I have this little ceramic hand warmer thing over here, and I use that regularly to make sure that my hands are nice and warm before putting them on anyone's skin. And we'll be starting here. And this is actually the one that we're going to be doing last, okay? You are going to have 2 here that are going to be going on your head. Some people worry about their skin or their hair, but I do have a slightly different process for this part of your body. I make sure I let everyone know that it's not going to mess up their scalp or their hair or anything like that. I'm very careful. So up here, on the top of your head, that's going to be your crown chakra. Moving down a little bit, I'm going to be putting one right on the back of your head, right here. Feel that? So that's going to correspond with your third eye chakra, which is right between your eyes and up a little bit. And moving down to right here on the back of your neck, I'm going to be putting one here to correspond with your throat chakra. And then moving down between your shoulder blades and down a little bit right here in your back. The energy strips I put here are going to be corresponding with your heart chakra. And down a little bit to kind of your mid-back area right here. These energy strips are going to correspond with your solar plexus chakra, your third chakra. Going down a bit here to your lower back. All the way down here. This is your sacral chakra. And I'm just going to warn you before I touch it, the next one is going to be your very lower back, like almost the base of your spine. Be very gentle and respectful when I touch that area. I know some people are totally comfortable with it. Some people get a little nervous. If it makes you uncomfortable, just tell me to stop. No worries. If I get to that spot, and even if you think you're going to be comfortable with it, but then it kind of freaks you out when I get down there, just say up, or up a little bit please, or no thank you, anything like that. And I can do the energy strips up a little bit higher, and it'll still be really effective, okay? Alright, so that almost base of your spine point is the ideal spot for the root chakra, your first or lowest primary chakra. But again, I can move the strips up a little bit, and they'll still work really well, okay? So just indicate that you'd prefer that when we get there. Okay, so just to review, the very first place I'm going to put them is actually down at the bottom here at this root chakra. Then we'll move up to the sacral, lower back, solar plexus at your mid-back area. Then we'll go up higher for your heart chakra. Then we'll go up to the back of your neck. Right here for your throat chakra. That is the 5th chakra. Going up to the back of your head here. That's going to be second to last, your third eye chakra. And then we'll finish up at the top of your head here. Okay? Alright, so I have all the ingredients warmed, and everything's already measured and lined up and ready to go. I just like to wait until the very last moment to mix it all together so it's super fresh. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment here to mix up the paste. And then one by one, I will be dipping the strips into the paste, placing them on your back. Once we've applied all of them, bottom to top, we'll take a short break to let them kind of work their magic. And at that point, I will take you through a brief guided relaxation. And when we're done with that, I will go ahead and start removing all the energy strips. Once again, starting at the bottom and working my way up to the top. Oh, and I should have mentioned, where's my spray bottle? I have a super mild cleaning solution right here. It's also been warmed to a comfortable temperature, and I'm going to begin by spraying that all down the back of your neck and your back, and just doing a quick wipe with the cotton material here just to prep and cleanse your skin. And I'll finish up with that as well, okay? Yeah, just to make sure there are no little bits of the dried paste or anything like that left on your skin when you leave. Alright, you ready? Great. So let me begin by gently spraying your back here and giving you a quick wipe down. Alright, just going to give you a quick wipe down here, starting all the way up here on the top of your head. Moving down the back of your head. Back of your neck. Down shoulders to your upper back area. I'm just going to sweep it right down, all the way down the length of your back here. Beautiful. All right, now, if you'll excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the paste over here. Grab the bowl and go ahead and add all the dry ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. A little bit of this. And you know what? For you, I think let's add just a pinch of this good stuff right here. Okay. Perfect. Alright, and let's go ahead and add it looks like it's settled a little bit. Let's go ahead and shake it up. A little more. Alright, that looks good. Fizzy sound is exactly what we want to hear. It's just kind of activating the ingredients in the paste. Okay. Let's kind of swirl that around a little bit. You know what? I think I could use a little more of this stuff. Okay. those smell good? Okay. I'm gonna take this and let's start in a little. Okay. Well, that looks perfect. I'm gonna put the bowl down for a moment and let that thicken up a little bit. And grab my pile of cotton cloth strips. Okay, and let's start. One more stir. Perfect, okay. I'm gonna put a few of these in here to start soaking. And while I do that, okay. Alright, we are all ready to go. So once again, starting at your root chakra here, I am going to place 2 of these cotton strips right into the base here. I'm going to soak them for a moment, and then I'm going to place them right on you, okay? Okay, and for you, there's going to be 2 strips on each chakra point in a kind of crisscross position. And again, I'm just going to ask you specifically for this one chakra point down here at the base of your spine. Is it okay if I go right down there at the base? Or would you prefer me to go up a couple inches? Okay, you got it. Alright, so let's go ahead and you're going to feel me placing the first strip on a diagonal right down here on your skin. Can you feel that? It's nice and warm, right? A lot of people find it very relaxing. Okay. So this again is your root chakra. All these main chakras that run up and down the center of your body have colors associated with them. And this one is associated with the color red. The root chakra is associated with survival, stability, security, having a stable foundation, a strong and stable foundation. People with an imbalance in their root chakra, that can manifest in a lot of different ways. Some of those ways are, they might have a feeling of really scattered energy or anxiety, kind of a lot of general feelings of fear in their life, anything to do with feeling kind of insecure or unstable in a really foundational way. Alright, putting the second one on here. And then the body systems that are associated with this root chakra are bones, bladder and elimination system, and the legs and feet. Yeah, so again, each chakra has kind of mental, emotional, spiritual elements, as well as associations to different parts of your body. And there's some overlap with different ones, but I'm kind of giving you an overview. Alright, now moving up to the sacral chakra, your second one up here, over your spine and your lower back. This is your This is your orange chakra. So yeah, from the front it would kind of be right below your navel. So it sort of corresponds with the reproductive system for anyone who has a uterus. And it's connected to emotionality as well as a person's sexuality, and it's their creative center as well. So people who have a imbalance in their sacral chakra, they might experience a lack of creativity, or like a blocked or repressed feeling when it comes to their creative efforts. It can relate to sexual dysfunction, feelings of emotional isolation, and then in a more physical sense, it can be associated with issues with the reproductive system and sexual organs, as well as the circulatory system. It's like your veins and arteries mostly. Putting one on the diagonal here, and another one right here, going the other way. Good. Alright, how are you doing so far? Alright. Do my hands feel okay? Should I warm them up again? Alright. So next we have your third chakra, the solar plexus. I'm going to be placing that one on this spot on your back right here. Okay. On the front, it would be below your chest, like if you put your hand across your abdomen, just above your belly button. It would kind of be in that space between the top of your hand and your rib cage. This one is associated with the color yellow. It's the center for personal power and motivation, as well as willpower and feelings of energy. So people who have imbalances in the solar plexus chakra, they might see stuff like feelings of low self-esteem or control issues. People with imbalances in the solar plexus area might also find that they have issues with tending towards maybe being a little manipulative or controlling, misuse of power, or feelings of powerlessness. And then physically, this third chakra is associated with your muscular system, your digestive system, the stomach and intestines, as well as the liver and the adrenal glands here up on the top of your kidneys. So I'm placing one on a diagonal right here, and on a diagonal in the opposite direction. There we go. Moving up to the center of your mid-back here. Okay, it's going to be on this spot on your back right here. Okay. And this is your heart chakra. It's associated with the color green. On the front, it would be right in the center of your chest. And this is your center for compassion and all kinds of love. So not just romantic love, but self-love, love for others. I've heard some people refer to it as the happiness center. It's associated with feelings of harmony and is also strongly associated with your relationships with other people in general. So imbalances with this fourth chakra, the heart chakra, symptoms might be feelings of isolation, having a lot of deep or long-held grudges. Depression is a big one, jealousy. A lot of people who have imbalances in the heart chakra might have different types of intimacy problems. I think it's important to note here that it's not necessarily that you'll just have an imbalance and it causes these other issues. The river kind of flows both ways with this. Does that make sense? So it's not just that the imbalance causes these issues, but that having these issues can also cause an imbalance and therefore treating the chakras and bringing them more into balance can put you in a better place for healing or correcting some of these issues, okay? Or even, depending on your situation, just to kind of support you and shore you up while you're dealing with these issues. Okay, and then physically, as you might have guessed, it's associated with the heart as well as the lungs and the arms and hands. Placing one across right here. And the second one's going to go on right here. Perfect. Okay, and moving up. Just gonna give you a quick little tap here on the back of your neck. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go for your 5th chakra, which is your throat chakra. On the front, it would just be your throat. It's associated with the color blue, and this is your center for communication, self-expression, for speaking your truth. So associated imbalances there might be issues with shyness or withdrawal, anxiety here as well. Whereas an imbalance in kind of the other direction might be someone who struggles with arrogance. And then physically, it's associated with your throat and neck, your shoulders, your thyroid gland, and your respiratory system. Kind of links up with the heart chakra that way, where the heart chakra is more associated with your lungs specifically, and then the throat chakra is kind of your airway leading up and out of your lungs. Okay, so placing one across on the diagonal right here. And one more right here. That should feel nice and warm. There we go. I can actually feel your muscles relaxing under my touch. That's great. Okay. So, slightly different technique here. For the back of your head. Okay. So, right here, I'm going to be placing 2 strips for your 3rd eye. On the front, that'd be, right between your eyes and just up a tiny bit. Your 6th chakra is associated with the color indigo. So a nice, deep blue-purple kind of color. It's associated with intuition, imagination, foresight, wisdom, and openness to different ideas. So an imbalance there can indicate a general lack of direction and clarity in life. Really common struggle for a lot of people. I don't know about you, but I see that a lot in my clients. So if that's something you struggle with, know that you are very much not alone. An imbalance can indicate feeling stuck in life, or a situation where maybe someone's either indulging in too many illusions and fantasies. Of course, having dreams can be super healthy and important, but there can of course also be ways in which they can be unhealthy. So people are having kind of a fogginess, feeling like they don't have a direct line to their center of wisdom, or someone who's really struggling to entertain any thoughts or ideas beyond whatever they currently deeply hold. That can be a thing. And physically, this one's associated with your forehead and your temple area, as well as your eyes and your pineal gland. I'm gonna go ahead and place the first one right here. over here. Great. Finally, I'm gonna give you a little tap on the top of the head here. So right here on the very tip top of your head, that's where we're gonna treat for your crown chakra, your 7th chakra. It's associated with the color violet, a nice, vibrant, light purple color, and that's associated with general consciousness and divine connection. Imbalance there can look like a lot of feelings of cynicism, also close-mindedness, but mostly a disconnection with sense of spirituality or value system, whatever that means to you. Some people feel very comfortable not having a strong spiritual connection, and that's fine. But for those who feel kind of adrift or cut off or not connected to spirituality in the way that they would like to be, that's what I'm talking about as far as what we might see for an imbalance there. And physically, this one is really connected to your whole mind and body, but more specifically your brain and nervous system, as well as your pituitary gland. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and gotta get a little closer here, excuse me. Gonna place one right here. Okay, does that feel okay? Right. And then the other one right here. Alright, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna let those set for a little bit. Gonna do a little guided relaxation, and then I will go ahead and remove them and clean up your back, and you'll be all set. Okay, so to begin with, it's up to you whether you want your eyes open or closed. I often recommend eyes closed for these guided relaxations, but there are definitely people who find the experience more effective with their eyes open, or more comfortable with their eyes open. That's totally fine. You know you best. So eyes open or closed, it's up to you. I'd like you to begin by taking a few nice deep breaths in, hold, and breathe out. Good. Again, breathing in, hold, breathe out. And let's do one more together, breathing in, hold, breathe out. Good. Now I'm going to gently tap you on the top of the head again, right here. And in this spot right here, I want you to imagine a warm beam of sunlight coming down and bathing the top of your head here in just the warmest, most perfect temperature for you. I know some people like to imagine something quite warm, and some people prefer something not so intense. Whatever makes you feel good and safe and cozy. So imagine that beam of sunlight filtering down in a steady stream the top of your head right here, warming the top of your head. Now imagine that light spreading down the back of your head. I'm gonna touch you on the back of the head right here, okay? So imagine that warm light spreading from the top of your head down the back of your head, bathing the whole of your scalp and the back of your head in soft, warm light. You can feel all the little muscles in your scalp relaxing. A lot of people don't think about having tension in their scalp, but a lot of people do. So imagine all those muscles here and back here, warm and deeply relaxed. Now I'm going to touch you again on the back of the neck right here. Okay? Imagine the light spreading down from the top of your head, down the back of your head, and traveling down, spreading over the back of your neck. All the muscles in the back of your neck, those muscles that work so hard to keep your head upright. Imagine them feeling warm, relaxed, cozy, and safe. Okay, I'm going to touch your back again. I'm going to go from the back of your neck here, bring my fingers down to right here, your heart chakra area on your back here. So imagine the light, that beautiful warm light that's coming down the top of your head, back of your head, back of your neck, down, spreading down to your upper back. You can feel your shoulders and your back muscles warm and relaxed, feeling so good. Moving down a little bit more to this area here, your solar plexus area. That warm light is traveling down, spreading down over the skin of your back and sinking into the muscles, so that now your mid-back is feeling warm and relaxed. Moving down to your lower back right here, and down to your lower back area, and then finally down to the very base of your spine, your whole back bathed in warm, wonderful light. And for a moment, you can imagine the light spreading down your shoulders, arms, and hands, warm and deeply relaxed. And then finally, down your hips, your thighs, knees, legs, and feet. Warm and relaxed. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and start removing them. It won't hurt at all. Might make a little bit of a noise, almost like a bandage coming off, but it's not uncomfortable, I promise. So starting down here at the root chakra, removing one, and then two. Moving up to the sacral one, we're going to remove the first strip. And the second one, that's looking great. Okay, and up to the solar plexus here. Removing the top strip. Good. And the other one. Okay, great. Now your mid-back here, I'm going to remove the strips over your heart chakra. Removing the top strip first. And then the bottom strip. I'm going to move up to the back of your neck here. So move one and two. The back of your head. First this one. And then this one. And finally, I'm going to lean in a little bit here. Get the top of your head. One. And two. Perfect. Alright, let me put these to the side here. Grab my spray bottle one more time. Okay. quick warm spritz here. Okay, starting up at the top again, just wiping you down real quick. Back of the head. Back of the neck. And all the way down your back. Okay, getting right down here, and won't go any lower than your comfort point here. Great. That looks perfect. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tie your gown back up for you. I'm going to get that bottom one first. Okay. And the top one right here. Perfect. Okay. All right. How are you feeling? You look great. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. It was an absolute pleasure working with you. I'd love to have you back anytime you want to come back. If you want to just hang out there for a little while, rest, you can even take a nap if you'd like. I don't have any more clients coming in for a few hours. So, yeah, I think we made a lot of progress today. Okay, well, absolute joy working with you, and I hope to see you again real soon.